Then again, though, DP, you know, has put CND in that position, and if I was DP and if I was in this situation, I would ban literally the exact same champions if they can, or at least pick them, get them away from CND, and force them to do something like they did last game, where they did something a little out of the ordinary.
Yep, and I'm about to close a straw poll once pick ban does start. Um, we're about to start right now, actually, and so I'm going to close the poll once I see the first ban locked in. And oh,
Okay.
wouldn't you know it? So, with a total of 10 votes of our 15 people who are in here, MVP for game one is Will the Torpedo Brooks. Yeah, great job. Congratulations to the Torpedo as we are going into pick and ban right now.
Wow. Yeah, and going off of that, pick and ban here. We're seeing literally the exact same bans here. At least the first three were, with the only difference being this Kaisa ban for CND. I don't know. I know OP's played Kaisa a lot actually, and so the Kaisa ban makes sense. You don't want to play against a Fed Kaisa. It could lead to a lot of trouble here. But like I said, DP is banning literally the exact same, and they're getting the Graves and Olaf away from Maie. And yep, there's the Valkaz. That's literally the exact same three bans that we see. CND, however, is actually going to ban away the Sivir here. They're going to make OP play something that is not Kaisa here. Hopefully, OP, not hopefully, I know OP has something in his back pocket here that he could play. And unfortunately, it looks like Bear Jr. is going to play that Garen again, even though the Nasus was left up. And Uramoose is actually going to pick Lulu here, as well as Maye is going to pick the Kazakhs. Holy cow, we are just seeing so much different here, even from games one to games two, or from game one to game two here,
Yep.
with the Kazakhs pick.
Oh, well, that's going to be a Nautilus support for Gert. Gert's been talking about that for a while. He's probably going to run Comment on it, interestingly enough, instead of like Aftershock or Guardian. But I think the Garen first pick's a little interesting. Side note, if my power goes out, it's because there's a massive storm brewing outside. So if we lose stream quality, everybody, sorry. Um, and then also to pick the Nautilus and the Morgana on the same side, yeah, obviously not known to be a Gert champion, but now they know the Morgana's mid. And Garen was not going to be contested. You could have waited to see what their two picks were and get something a little bit more priority, like a jungle pick. Um, but now you know it's going into the Kazakhs and the Swain coming out for most likely Rafal.
Yeah, like I said, we're seeing CND try to revert back to something that they're more comfortable on. I know Maie is an avid Kha'Zix player. I believe last week it was banned both times against him, and just because that is what he plays Kha'Zix very well, and it's one of his main champions. And the Swain, we've seen it before. We're gonna see it again here tonight. Rafal is a very avid Swain player. He plays Swain very well. He has had a couple spaghettis before, but overall, Rafal's a great Swain player here. So we'll see. CND is saying, you know what, we're going to revert back to some of our comfort picks here. We're going to play something that's a little bit more comfortable on an individual level, and hopefully it could work as a macro level here, or as a team comp in general. But Sean, if you want to take away the other bands here, go ahead.
Yeah, I think the Tristana band's a little bit interesting. The Vi kind of makes sense for Kingston. The Jinx and the Brand, again, I believe, were similar bands. I'm not too sure about the Jinx. But here we come. I think you're going to see your top lane locked in right here if your codename carries next door. Uh, the Vladimir is still available for Panic at the top hat, but you may see some assassin in the mid lane if they feel like they can get. Uh, oh wait, hold on. Oh no, they already have their top laner. Sorry, I lost my own train of thought for a second. Uh, they need to find some type of wave clear unless they're gonna put it through mid lane. This is going to make or break their draft, in my opinion, for codename carries next door, because DP is
Hmm.
looking to try to do the same thing, but with the Sivir ban, what do you choose on the side of DP is also what I'm looking at. The Jin, I think, is a good one.
Yeah, definitely. Um, I think for the Twitch pick for Donville here for Codenames carries next door. It'll um, definitely helps out on the wave clear a little bit at least. For CND. Might not be the best wave clear champion, but hey, it's something. Twitch could be really good in team fights, and is definitely team oriented with his ult and stuff like that. And he could get some really good flanks here if Adonville plays him correctly. The Caitlyn pick's gonna be definitely makes sense. You know, DP has a very strong front line right now. If the torpedo can land a Morgana Q, you know, Caitlyn can maybe sneak a trap right next to, you know, that binding. You know, DP's definitely got they have a little bit more of a wombo combo kind of comp here. And the Warwick pick's going to come in for Kingston. We saw the ban last game, and we didn't see it here tonight, so he's going to lock that Warwick in. Um, I haven't seen him play Warwick individually, but it has been banned pretty much every game against him. So he's definitely a great Warwick player.
It's the
Oh,
Lulu mid or top, but I think
I
it's the Lulu
don't
mid.
I don't think it's Lulu top. I don't think Rafal plays Lulu. Um, but yeah, Lulu mid. Interesting. Holy crap.
Um, yeah, as we're gonna go into regular pick ban now, but yeah, this is a little bit interesting from the side of CNC codename carries next door. Um, just as they all have matching icons, all Bear Juniors have bears, and all of codename
Hey.
carries next door have a little zigs, one for all. That's really cute. Yay, synergy for the Winergy. Um, hopefully for codename carries next door, all those icons will actually help in this game. I just looking at the draft, I believe it has to be a Lulu mid. I think you're not going to get the wave clear out of this comp that you're looking for, and that you're
Mm-hmm.
going to have to go ahead. Also, the Kha'Zix has been nerfed recently. No longer can you grant stealth just by going into bushes, I believe, is what I read on the patch notes. So that is going to be something that's a little bit different. Although your stealth lasts a little bit longer, I believe, and you have more time in between your ultimate charges to use it. So just a different style of play. Um, this Tarek Twitch bot lane. Twitch is probably one of the better ADCs right now. Caitlyn, still a lane bully, but now with crit not being a thing in the early game, building a straight up IE, you're going to be looking for maybe another Storm Razor purchase, but I think you have to go like rapid fire cannon first uh, to get that crit. Double Zeal into IE would be really nice, or Zeal Storm Razor IE, something like that. Not a very tanky team for codename. I'm just gonna call him codename, or carries next door, one of the two. Um, and a lot of engage on the side of double penetration. Um, it's going to be really, really hard. And I think if we get a 2-0 here, it'd be the shock up to this point.
Yeah, definitely. You know, if DP wins this game, it'll be the upset of the week, I believe, here for CND. And I gotta agree with you. You know, we saw the less tanky comp last game for CND not work out really that well, and we're gonna see it again here, unfortunately. I'm not really sure what CND is trying to do here with the Lulu mid. I have no idea if it's a good pick or not because I just literally haven't seen it in a long time, if at all. So it's very interesting. Uh, yeah, I mean the Kha'Zix had some changes. Swain's always a great pick, but I mean DP has a standard team comp. You know, like you said, they have a lot of engage. They are pretty tanky. The you know, they have damage dealer. Whereas like CND really it kind of has that in a way, but it's not as good as DP. However, we have had matches where we've seen superior team comps theoretically lose in reality, unfortunately here. And CND is one of those teams that has played comfort picks against the standard-ish, quote unquote, team comps here and have won. So, with that being said, I think it's really anybody's game here. They saw how Bear Jr. played the Garen, and so now Rafal might be a little bit more comfortable. He might be a little bit more relaxed and say, "Hey, you know what? Bear Jr. is a great top laner. I just have to relax and farm up, maybe not be as aggressive as he was last game, and hopefully something could happen." I think I'm going to have to give it to CND this time. Um, Again, just because we have some pocket picks coming out here, and I'm really interested to see how the Lulu does against the Torpedo. So I'm gonna give it to CND.
Yeah, real quick, Siren, the reason no Pike, I don't know, man, but I wouldn't want to play Pike in the DP's comp. I would want to play it into the comp of carries next door, though, but the Nautilus was already picked. So, with that, with addressing that in chat, I'm gonna have to give the 2-0 to DP. I
Ooh.
think they have a overall better comp. This Lulu is going to be so important in enabling the Twitch, speeding up the Kha'Zix, the wild gross on time and on point. Polymorph is one of the most busted abilities in the entire game, next to Pantheon's like W passive and the riposte from Fiora. Those are some of the most broken abilities in the game. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
but if Twitch doesn't get off the ground and Tarek can't get enough ambient gold from the map, um, it's going to be really, really hard for him to live. Also, sometimes people are like, oh, you got to kill the carries first. But if Tarek gets his ult off, you know, then that's fine. Again, you have the Morgana bindings, Nautilus Q, and then CC root on top of a Caitlyn trap. Um, Garen this time looks like he took Ignite. So he doesn't have the TP. So he's looking for that level 2 kill onto Rafal or to turn around a gank on Maye and take out Maye and get double buffs or something like that. It's the only reason you take Ignite is if you have no reason with team fighting. He didn't team fight at all. That's the thing. Rafal has a lot more team fight presence, but if Garen gets off, you know, the blocks like he did last game, it's going to be really, really tough. So I got to give it to DP. Chat, spam hashtag DP win or hashtag CNCND win.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's really anybody's game. It depends, like you said, it depends on how this Lulu plays. It depends on how Bear Jr. uses his Ignite. That alone, taking the Ignite over TP could be so detrimental in the late game. Um, you know, uh, it could lead to a loss of a Baron, or it could, they double penetration loses a little bit on the rotational pressure that they had last game. We saw Bear Jr. just sit in the bot lane while his team was doing Baron or contesting Baron because he had TP, and now that you know goes away. And so I don't know if I necessarily agree with that, especially because Nautilus also took the Ignite. So I don't really understand. Um, I know he wants to be aggressive and I know he wants to get that level 2 kill, but I don't think it's the right call here personally. Um, and with that being said, Uramoose is taking exhaust again. He took it last game. I don't as a support main in general, I just don't necessarily agree with taking exhaust. Granted, solo queue's a little bit different. But I always take Ignite over exhaust any day of the week.
So here's the reason
Oh, go ahead.
I'm actually really interested as why Nautilus didn't take the exhaust over Ignite. I understand that he feels like maybe a Donville's positioning wasn't that great in lane and he can punish it and they can get a nice early kill and put the Twitch behind. But I can tell you this, if you don't get uh, that Twitch down and or even the Kha'Zix, you really are going to be lacking that exhaust that you're lacking is going to be not fun later come in these mid-game fights. The exhaust from Tarek is only a little bit questionable because I don't see anybody besides the Garen that you'd really want to exhaust on their team. As we're finally getting in to this game, I'm really, really excited to see how this one plays out. And of course, I didn't do that beforehand. Ba-boo, ba-bum. All right, spam chat. Everybody, just spam it. Woo!
Yeah, dude. Get some copy pasta up in the chat. Whatever, whatever you want
Yeah,
to spam, I guess spam it. Oh,
yeah, not Star Guardian Lulu. I think actually that's worse. But the correct Tarek skin, I will have to say. Ghost Bride Morgana. He didn't play with a Morgana skin last game, so that's kind of interesting. Um, what are we? What is this?
the real question though, Membung, is whether or not we're gonna have a pause here at the start of the game. We saw us this last game. Are we gonna see three again? Give me a hashtag three pause for if you think we're gonna see three pauses here in game two. Um, if not, don't leave anything in Twitch chat. I guess I don't know what to say. But it looks
If you think it's three pause, put hashtag three pause. If less than that, put hashtag lol pause. And if you don't, okay, yeah, yay! I don't know. I have no idea.
same. And it looks like double penetration here is going to go in for something here as all five team members are going to find four of CND's members, and the Nautilus hook is going to land on Yoramus, who's going to flash away, and he, ignited a little early here, unfortunately. Don't know if that was necessarily worth it, as it was exchanged for a flash. But
Well,
yeah, I mean, interesting.
it does take away the kill pressure that they have in the bot lane. Something that we've noticed in both of these games from DP, they do not focus the exact same target. There was a binding onto Maye, and then they landed the Nautilus hook onto Yoramus. Yoramus having the blow flash, though, does mean that he is vulnerable to some early ganks, as Will the Torpedo was trying to steal blue, but was sitting on top of a ward. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, good. He got it. Sorry, I thought the Twitch poison was about to take Maye's blue buff.
No, that's completely fair. Literally every time I play with the Twitch, he unfortunately steals the blue buff because he forgets about his own poison. It's great. I love solo queue. Yikes.
Yeah, and taking the Ignite into the Swain matchup is actually a whole lot better than into the Lucian matchup, because the Lucian matchup, he has a way to get away from you. Rafal does not. Rafal, while still being a range champion, like, look at that. That's two Qs, and he's at half health. The next time that happens, he's going to have access to his spin. Gert missing one to the right. But having the Ignite ready and available is going to be massive.
Okay.
Because there's no heal to
Oh.
negate it.
Oh no. A lot of damage is coming off here in this top lane. Like Sean said, a Q and an E just brings Rafal back to about half health, but the root's going to land onto Bear Jr. Not going to reciprocate that much damage, though, as Bear Jr. has bone plating and he keeps popping it off. However, Yoramus is going to land a stun on Gurk here, but Gurk is actually going to pull him back into the fight as OP is just autoing him. Both supports are pretty low here, and they're going to pop some health potions. A lot of damage here in this early game on both sides, as it looks like Kingston might be looking for a gank here onto Rafal. And yeah, you're right, that Ignite might come into play here. It looks like, yep, Kingston HyperX is coming in here for this gank. He's going to pop his E, and yeah, Rafal is dead for the first blood. He doesn't even try to flash out of it. He just accepted his death, unfortunately, and he goes down to Kingston HyperX.
Yeah, I don't know if he could have flashed. He was silenced and then immediately feared after the silence went away. So that's a really, really good. Oh. Bayer Jr. told him to stay here. Rafal's about to overextend in lane and get. Yep, that's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
talking to Rafal individually about this, he was really nervous about laning against Bear Jr. because, Bear Jr. is Diamond. Um, and yeah, it looks like they're doing exactly that. They're doing literally the exact same thing they did before, and Rafal did flash away. Will it be enough, though, as HyperX is going to have to flash out, but it is not enough as he goes down, but Bear Jr. is going to live with a sliver of health here. But Rafal goes down again. He's 0-2 now, 4.5 minutes into the game. Yikes.
Yeah,
Um,
yikes indeed.
we got a little bit of a bot lane skirmish here, though. I don't think anything's going to happen. Just trading some damage. Lulu went up to top to push top in, I guess. Don't really know if that is necessarily the right call there.
I think Lulu was trying to find the Garen in the top lane.
Okay,
Because
that makes sense.
Garen lived with how much HP?
I think it was about 20-ish. It was not a lot.
11.
11, okay. Rip. And Kingston also got away with about that much HP as well. Really unfortunate for Rafal to not get a single kill on that. He is going to be a little bit behind now in the top lane. Yeah, it's just not looking good already.
Yeah, it's just the experience advantage is going to be huge. Also, Bear Jr. rushing the Merc Treads right away. He used the Ignite in the first Blood I saw, so he didn't have it available for the second one. As Kingston looking to just set up a tent in this top lane and just make Rafal change his name to Perpetual Tilt, since it's now readily available since Mouse Cop gave it away. But as we do see the junglers on both sides of the map looking for some plays.
Oh no, it looks like Maia's coming in for a gank bottom lane, but he's not going to do anything as he just walks in and walks out. It looks like he's also not going to gank. He looks like he's going to back. He finishes his back. And Rafal is going to stay alive for at least a few more moments here in the top lane.
Yep, interesting to note that Panic at the top hat has started Raptor Cloak, which I believe builds into Banner of Command, and he took the Dark Seal, so he's looking to rush that. Also, he's been harassing the Torpedo in the mid lane. It has a 22 CS lead right now, so that lead right there in the mid lane is 600, which is almost equaling out the 700 gold lead in the top lane. The rest of the gold lead is 100 in the bot lane and 200 in the jungle.
Yeah, definitely. It looks like we're trying to have. It looks like Maia was trying to set something up in mid here, but he will be seen, unfortunately. But Kingston HyperX is actually looking. He might have something going on here. There's going to be a little skirmish here, but Panic at the top hat's able to get away as the Q comes off. Yeah, the Torpedo isn't able to get that kill, unfortunately.
Yeah, he binded the minion right in front of him.
Oh, yikes. Yeah, he landed that binding there.
Yeah. Would
have been a kill.
The flash, but unfortunate. Make sure there's no minions in your way, guys.
Yeah, I don't know what Bear Jr. is trying to do here. I think he's coming in for a gank. Oh my god, the Torpedo is so low. Bear Jr. is going to run right in, and Lulu's going to ult himself, which knocks Bear Jr. up a little bit as he takes a couple tower shots, but Panic at the top hat is going to keep autoing, and Maia's going to come in and jump right on top of the Torpedo, killing him instantly. Bone plating's popped here for Bear Jr. He doesn't take a lot of damage, but Kingston HyperX is here. He might get caught out, but it looks like he'll be okay as long as he's able with a good rotation here coming from Maia on the Kazakhs.
Yeah, Maia said nerfs be damned. I know how to play this champion. Just flash W's in and gets the kill onto the Torpedo, who stayed a little bit too long trying to bait that whole gank out right there, as Maia's going to finish his Catalyst. Has even CS up with Garen, which still means Garen has the lead right now, as also Garen is a level ahead, as they just on the side of double penetration, they tried twice to do these very early dragons. Earth Dragon is the fastest attacking dragon, and not the one that you want to just tank unneeded damage for. So, just I would recommend not doing that because you've been putting yourself into situations where your top laner, who is your strongest member right now, does not have TP ever. You know, and
Hmm.
it's going to be really hard to try to do two things at once.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, Cloud Drake is has the most attack speed out of all four dragons, and so doing it early could be very scary. Especially if you're a Warwick trying to solo it at level 4. I've died solo to it one too many times. That's why I don't play jungle anymore, folks. Um, but it looks like here all the lanes are going to be resetting here. They're just trying to farm out. Uramus was looking for a stun here on OP, but OP will not get it as the Nautilus ult's going to come in, and Taric tries to get an ult onto Adamville, and he goes down, unfortunately. Rafal's going to TP in, and OP is solo. Rafal's going to pop his ult here, try to get some extra damage off on Gert, but he gets rooted, and the Caitlyn and Caitlyn are so low here, but it looks like they can't find a kill as Kingston HyperX is going to try to zone off Maye here. It's very unfortunate on the side of CND here, but Kingston HyperX is going to get rooted by Rafal and then rooted by Uramus, and is going to go down to Maye as he jumps in and kills Maye, or kills Kingston HyperX here. We got a little skirmish here on the top lane. Panic at the Top Hat's going to pop his ult as he was ignited by Bear Jr. And Bear Jr. was looking for the kill on him. Yeah, wow.
Ooh, yeah, taking those tower shots. They're gonna get a free dragon out of this, but I can tell you this: OP is playing out of his mind. The net away from the Taric stun, being able to place the traps, kill the Twitch before the Cosmic Radiance came down. Just playing so well as he's going to be rushing that Storm Razor as well for Caitlyn. Not
Yeah,
knowing
definitely.
where any of the bot lane is right now. So
Yeah, I mean, Obi's just been playing so well this match. I just, it's I don't want to say we haven't seen a gameplay like this from him before, but at least in this split, in this match, he's really stepped up his game, and he's just playing so crazy, like you said with that net out of the sun. Holy cow, that is awesome.
yeah, I'm getting trolled in the chat, but that's okay. As Kingston is
New?
2 levels behind Maye. Maye is making this. Oh, and Kingston is rushing the Titanic Hydra. Not something I would recommend. He's not tanky enough. He needs to get his Cinder Hulk. He at least needs to finish his Smite item. You know, most likely red or blue Smite, since there's only 2 Smites. I don't know why I said it that way.
No, Kha'Zix is going to come right in, and Uramus is going to flash, land a stun right onto Opie. Opie's going to go down to Maye. Some great gameplay here coming in from Uramus. Maye's looking for Gert as Gert uses his ult to get Maye knocked away, and Maye's still looking for Gert. He does not care that Kingston HyperX is there. Or actually, he does. He sees him, and he's going to knock out that control word and take Kingston HyperX's red buff here. What a good rotation here for Maye. Like you said, he's up 2 levels, or now only 1. But Maye's stepped up this game. He's trying to get some jungle pressure here on the side of CND because that's what they need right now, and it is working. They have almost a 2K gold lead here, and they've just been able to put a lot of pressure here across the map.
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, as we see Bear Jr. burn his flash right there.
Oh, yeah.
Bear Jr. is going the same route as he did before, but he's not going to... I think he actually really needs to get Executioners. He's going to be laning in the side lane versus the Swain. And maybe get a Maul on Mortius as they're looking to get top lane tower taken down first. Torpedo walks back, but yeah, Maye is doing a lot of work this game. He's playing on one of his signature champions. Has all 3 kills, 100% KP right now. Unfortunately, didn't get that first blood in the early game, but man, he's playing fairly well for being on a champion that most believe to have suffered some nerfs.
Yeah, and going off of that, it looks like he's trying to look for something top lane, but he won't get it as the torpedo is going to have to flash away here. But yeah, dude, Mai's just been a monster this game across the map in every lane. We saw Kingston pitch a little tent in top lane against Rafal, but we didn't see that with Mai. Instead, we see Mai going in on the torpedo again as Rafal's going to tank some tower here. And the torpedo's going to go down here as Rafal didn't have to pop his ult here. And I believe that is, yep, the 4th kill here going over to Maya. He literally has all of the kills on his team. His back is probably hurting, I would assume, because he's carrying his team right now in the early game here. Could maybe lead to a win here. However, Adonville is looking for what appears to be Gert as Yuramus lands a stun on him, and Gert is desperately trying to get away. He's going to be able to get the hook out, but Panic at the top hats here. It's not looking good. The Q lands on OP. OP is so slowed down as OP just walks right into Adonville and goes down. Panic at the top hat does not care. He walks right into Gert, autos him once. Gert goes down. Game over. That's a 2-0 here.
Oh, game's over? All right, sure. Well,
yeah, just
FF,
yeah.
F15, guys.
FF, that's the game. Unfortunately, that bot lane tower will not be first tower as it went down in top a little while ago, but Maye just is going to crush the torpedo here as Panic at the top hat speeds himself up, but it's not enough. Kingston HyperX is here, and he's looking for something. He's going to ult Maye, but Maye gets ulted by the Lulu, who's going to flash. Kingston HyperX flashes over the wall, but it's not enough, and he doesn't get away from the Lulu autos, and he goes down to Lulu. Holy cow.
He went down to Kazakh's Q.
Okay, he went down to the Kazakh's Q, unfortunately. Yikes.
Yeah, this game is full of yikes right now. If you're the side of DP, your win condition is not really working for you as it did last game. You just thought, hey, if it worked, well, why not run it back? We have two of the same champions on our solo lanes. We got a Caitlyn. Gert's on one of his signature champions.
Oh, Gert is going to Moose, who's going to pop the ult. And unfortunately, it will not be used. The Tark ult was a little wasted here as Rafal desperately TP'd in, hoping that something was going to happen, but it didn't, unfortunately, as all 5 members are sitting in this mid lane, waiting for somebody to walk a little bit too far out, and I don't think that's going to happen here.
Yeah, while this Twitch has kind of been able to be put online, we've acknowledged that this Lulu is kind of like a pseudo support whose only damage is going to come from how many Dark Steel stacks she can get. The torpedo just is incredibly behind right now.
Oh no, Maya's going to ult right into the torpedo as we were just talking about him, and he goes down. Gert is looking for Maye as he ults him, but it's not enough. Gert goes down to Twitch as Twitch ulted, and Twitch is just putting out so much damage. Unfortunately go down to the Garen, but Garen is also put down from Adonville's ult. Holy cow, that's going to cost double penetration here in the mid tower as CND has been able to pull this gold lead and this kill lead ahead. Goodbye mid tower. And a few kills here going over to CND.
Yeah, that banner mana is incredibly annoying. It's not just magic damage, it's like impervious to a bunch of damage. The Lulu is a great pick when you think about it, because the way that they got their advantages last time is that they had someone in the Garen who's building like Assassin and just bursted you. Lulu kind of stops that. Because of the ult, the polymorph, and the shields, speed away, everything like that. And they get an Infernal Drake on the back of that, which is going to help this Twitch and the Kazakhs coming into the late game. Good job, Maye, taking the 3rd blue most likely away from his jungler. So no blues for Frank. But it's just, as this game progresses, it's going to get increasingly hard for the side of DP unless they can find the right picks. You need Gert to get tanky. You need Kingston to not be, a level down or 2 levels down at some point. It's really crazy.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with everything you said. This game is a little wild, as we saw in the last one here. However, CND does have the lead. Like you said, double penetration was like, hey, it worked. What we did last game worked. We're going to just do it again, and it's not paying off here, as CND is able to counteract the game style that DP's trying. The Lulu is a great pick, like you said. But Maye has double buffs. He's going to come in and he's going to look for Kingston HyperX. Holy cow, the damage is coming off here as Kingston HyperX fears him away. But he might lose blue buff here. The Targ's here to help Maye, but Lulu's here to get rid of the Garen. And Adonville's here as well. Garen might have to go down here as Panic at the Top Hat is baiting Bear Jr. Panic at the Top Hat ults himself as Adonville ults as well. And Garen's going to flash out here. And he's actually going to get away, I believe.
Oh,
Wait a minute. What is going on here in this top lane? It's a 3v4, I believe, as the Tark ult's going to come out, and as well as the Swain ult here. And Swain popped his Zonius. However, there's a lot of damage being put on to Kingston HyperX, and he goes down to the Kha'Zix again. Oh my god. Gert is going to have to use his hook to get away here as Rift, I believe it did.
Yeah, it charged a little bit, but...
Yeah. However, though, you have a Donville and Panic at the Top Hat in the bot wave here, and they're going to get this tier 2 bot tower, I believe. Yeah, there it is. It goes down. Wow, just some interesting decision-making here from both sides of the map. It looks like OP overextended a little bit, and he's not going to be stunned, but the Kha'Zix damage is just so freaking... There's just so much, and OP goes down to Maye, and I don't believe there was an assist given off, because that's just how fast OP was killed. Wow.
Yeah, I think at this point, it's Codename Carries Next Door's game to lose. If you're DP, you just need to find the right pick. But, I mean, you're almost getting Flame Horizon in the mid lane right now. Even though your Twitch is behind in CS, he's up in kills. Your Terek's providing so much more than this support Nautilus. And the Swain is just a better pick for Rafal overall. The Garen first pick is not what I think. It was a good win condition for last game, but it's not panning out the same way. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, you can't fool me twice because you're just playing Garen and I picked a better team comp.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, that's just what we're seeing here. Rafal definitely is playing a hell of a lot better than
How many
last
autos
game.
was that for OP? Did you see that? There was like 12 autos.
I have no idea what is going on, though, in this mid lane, as Rafal's going to TP in here. Yurmus is going to pop the ult here. My game is frozen. I might be a few seconds behind, but the Nautilus ult's going to land on 4. Pito's going to be targeted. The ult, oh my god, the stun, and Kingston goes down. So many people are solo. Gert is going to go down. The Torpedo's going to go down. The Lulu ult onto the Kha'Zix saves him from the ignite. Holy cow. Some spectacular gameplay here coming out from CND as they get 3 kills, I believe. Since OP was in the bot lane, killing that Banner of Command minion. Yeah, you're right. This is CND's game to lose. They're so far ahead that they just have to keep playing like how they are, or, it's hard for them to lose this game, but I don't know. What does double penetration have to do to win this game, Sean?
They gotta find picks, but you're not gonna be able to find picks if you're just going in with a Garen like this, full guns ablazing and stuff. It's definitely looking more and more bleak, especially fighting them in a choke point when you can get the Lulu, Glitter Lance, and Twitch spray and pray and just have Cosmic Radius go down on top of you. It's pretty tough.
Yeah, and look at this. We have an 11K gold lead here in favor of CND. It's just, it's getting very, like you said, it's so bleak right now for double penetration. They're down 11 kills, 11K. Uh, if I'm doing my math right, quick maths. But we have a death bush here. Panic at the top hat might be in trouble, but I guess not. He was able to get away. The swing W, I believe, landed on a couple people here, doing a lot of damage. The Morgana binding's not going to make it on anybody. Yeah, I don't know why double penetration's trying to have a fight here in a choke point. Like you said, when they need to get some waves to reset, they need to give some sort of objective, some way, shape, or form here to get the game back in favor to them, I believe.
It's gonna be really tough. Trying to bait with this team, maybe not the best. You need to play around your vision a whole lot better. Get some Caitlyn traps set up. Find some picks. I'll just keep beating that as an 11,000 gold lead at this point for the side of Codename Carries Next Door.
Yeah, and it looks like, they're trying to grab this pick from a death bush, and, it looks like Rafal is able to pick up on it as the W lands on at least 3 people, I believe.
You can speed up a little bit.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I will speed up. Oh my god, I was like very behind. There we go, I'm caught up. It looks like CND is going to try to force a Baron play here, as all 5 members are near the pit. Kingston's going to have to ult away. I think he just, I don't think he needed an ult like that. The Warwick ult is definitely something you really need to have if you're on the side of double penetration. And Warwick just goes down. I think he was trying to steal the Baron as well as Bear Jr. Bear Jr. goes down. It's so sad here. The Morgana binding's going to land on Swain, so they might, CND might not be able to get another kill. Just kidding. Maie just jumps right onto Opie, and Opie gets deleted. Goodbye, Opie. And as, CND was able to get the Baron and 3 kills here, and they're probably going to be able to get at least 1 tower, if not a tower and an inhibitor in the top lane. Yep, there goes the inhibitor top lane turret, as well as the mid lane turret and the top inhib. It's just, double penetration is just in a dire situation here as the mid inhibitor goes down. I think CND is just looking to end as they are not backing away. The Banner of Command minion actually goes down very fast with the smite. Bear Jr. is looking to get some wave clear out, but it's just not enough here, as all 4 members are just desperately clearing waves as fast as they can.
This is unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think, it's DP can still win this game. We've been in league games before where we've been this far behind, and there's
but come on, let's be honest. The only way if DP wins this game is if Codename Carries Next Door throws. We've been in solo queue games or duo queue games or whatever, but if you've ever played a flex game of 5, or you've been in one of these games and you've also drafted a comp that doesn't scale well into the end, the likelihood of them winning this game is very low. Now, yes, anything is possible, but this is not likely. You have damage doesn't scale very well on a tank Garen into the late game unless you can just find a pick. But then if you got a bunch of CC and pseudo tankiness from the Lulu and the Taric, they're just pushing for the win right here, and it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, something to point out. We talked about this mid lane matchup here. Not only did Panic at the top hat flame Horizon the Torpedo, he's also up by himself. He has a 5K gold lead on Will the Torpedo Brooks, and that is just not what you want your mid lane to have. A Nexus Tower goes down. The other one's just doomed to fall here as double penetration is just desperately trying to wave clear. Kingston, however, will flash alt in, but he just goes down as the Twitch alt comes in. Bear Jr. is looking for Maye. The E is not enough, and that's the Nexus. GGWP, codename carries next door.
Yeah, he didn't Flame Horizon. He was 2 CS under that, but
Oh, my bad.
no, it's okay. Yep, unfortunate that they couldn't pull out the 2-0, but good thing that you know, like they were able to come back and like not play Lucian top. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Uh, you
Yeah,
see
no.
where the bread is buttered for DP, and you see where the bread is buttered for Codename Carriers next door. If Maye has a good early game, the rest of the team has a good early game. If Bear Jr. and Opie have some good early games, or Opie can survive the early game and not get all that attention bot lane from an enemy jungler like Maye, then they're gonna have a better time in the mid game. And we saw both of those things happen in each game. Red side winning both of these games. So GG, well played to everybody. Talk while I make the straw poll for the game 2 MVP.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, we it's unfortunate that DP wasn't able to take that second game away from CND, but I really, the Lucian pick and the team comp in game one for CND was a little lackluster. And I don't want to say that was the reason why CND lost that first game, but it definitely did not help. Yes, Will Brooks, you did not get flamed Horizon by two CS. So there you go. But we've seen great League of Legends fundamentals here from everybody across the board, regardless if it was in game one or game two here. I think the Lulu pick mid was really, really cool to see. And if you guys noticed in the Twitch chat, it looks like the straw poll was personally for me. I have to give my MVP, I think, to Maye. He was just such a monster. I mean, look at that score line, 13, 1, and 6.
He's got
Um,
19 out of 23 kills, like
yeah,
kill
I mean
participation wise.
his team was, I don't want to say they were carried by Maye, but they kind of were carried by Maye. And kind of I think is a little bit of an understatement. I mean, Maye did his job as a jungler. I mean, holy cow, I wish I had a jungler like that in my solo queue games. Jesus, Maye did such a great job.
I wish I could be
Um,
a jungler like that.
hey Maye, big fan. How can I be a jungler like you? I'm gonna put it
Yeah.
in the Twitch chat. It's a new meme now. But yeah, I gotta give it to Maye.
Yeah, no. I definitely no Maye. That's not the right command. I gotta give it to Maye as well. He's got my vote. Uh, I didn't even vote yet actually, but he's got my vote. Go vote in Twitch chat. We're gonna leave it open for just a little bit longer. We're not gonna take a break for the VOD, but we will be jumping up into the player of oh we can't. So
Ooh.
it's busy. So what we can do is have uh, we can definitely get Will the Torpedo Brooks to join us here. We can get both captains to join us. So that's 5. Crap. We're gonna go jump into rank teams 3 because you can get 6 people in there. So if you want to join us, oh, general chat, that's smart. There's no cap. General 1. We're gonna go to general 1.
Perfect. See you guys up there. Hey, we're back.
Hey, we're back. Oof. Hey, Maye, big fan. No, it's not
that
like
was
we will ruin it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, right? Okay, and I'm going to call the poll in the next 30 seconds.
Hey, Panic at the Top Hat. Big fan. How do I become a great Lulu mid player like you?
Yeah. Hey, Panic. Not a big fan of your
Hello,
skin choice. Oh, it's Panic. He's actually here.
I
And
am here.
as I close the poll, you are actually, I believe, I'm going to refresh one time. Yep. Oh, yes. You are the Game 2 MVP. So this is perfect. Can we get Will the Missile and Bear Jr. in here if y'all'd like to come in as well? Um, that would be great, and we could start the MVP chat. Get your questions ready for both captains and both the MVPs, and that'll be fantastic. As we are joined by Will the Missile the Will
Oh,
Brooks, the
oh
Torpedo.
my God.
Yeah, that was a lot of stuff. Who the fuck is this Will the Missile? I don't know. Sounds like some guy, Zimbabwe guy or Kenyan guy. I forget where he went. Yep, the torpedo. Opie, do you want to come in and place a Bear Jr. or does Bear want to come? We just need another representative from your team. Okay. All right, we'll start him off, Biscuit Hat.
Well, I got a question here. I was gonna ask the torpedo, unfortunately, but it looks like he's deaf in the Discord channel. So, Panic at the Top Hat. We saw in Pick Ban Game One the Olaf, Graves, and Vel'Koz ban. What were you guys thinking going into that? To Pick Ban, or what were you guys trying to do with the Lucian
Hey, what's up?
top? The hey,
I'm
what's
back.
up, Bear Junior?
I was in the
Um,
wrong channel.
feels bad, man. What was your guys' thought process? Game one pick ban.
Talking to
Uh,
who? Oh, okay.
so
Uh,
game one pick ban. We are really thinking. Let's go Maokai. We're gonna flex it. We're gonna flex it. Top jungle, knowing that we were going for Lucian top that game, just because we were thinking if we saw, I think, oh no, we did ban Nessus game one, but we thought if we saw some crazy split pusher, Rafal does play Lucian in the top lane, and
mm-hmm.
that we could give some cheese unexpected in that pick, and that it would be some great harass. So even with the Garen pick, we thought, okay, we'll be fine, but didn't expect the new item Garen to just start tower diving our Lucian early. And so once the Lucian got behind, we were just going to be rough. We had good wave clear, and we knew that we could stall, but Garen was just running all over us, and so it was really the AD on the Garen that kind of threw us off there.
Oh
And
yeah,
we,
instead of going tank, I just felt fucking
yeah,
Stormrazor dead man.
yeah, and we thought we were going for cheese. That's really it. I mean, and I know that's what lost it.
It
But
could have worked if he like E'd one of my Qs or something, and then early and didn't get harassed down so much. But
I have a question for
it was a
Bear.
good strategy.
Why the early rotation Garen game 2?
What's up? What do you mean?
Why
When?
why first pick the Garen uh in game 2 draft?
That was probably a mistake, honestly, because they're not gonna pick it, and yeah, that was a mistake.
Mhm.
So I just
Congrat
picked it because I left it up, and
Yeah.
I forgot that I could just save it for the second pick, like the first, like I could just pick something else in that pick and then do two other good picks, like Garen and something else. But because they're not gonna, I should have thought that they weren't gonna steal it from me
Yeah,
after they not ban it.
though
But
congratulations to DP for taking the first game off of code named Carries Next Door. They are no longer undefeated in the league as we come to the halfway point. Um,
thank you, thank you.
we do have some questions in chat. Um, Siren Delphi wants to know, Will, how do you think you performed after being boosted by a skin in game 2 after playing without one in game 1?
Well, see, it just tells me that I don't need a skin to be great. And I should have just played without one.
Solid answer. Moose has a question, a two-part question for Frank. Frank, at what point in Game 1 did you realize that Kale was a superior pick to Alistar, and why don't you let me play it?
Oh,
I'm not answering that.
Declines to answer. Maye,
Declined.
Maye is asking carrot question stuff. Elucida is going to get banned. All right, cool. And any other questions from Biscuit Hat or anyone else from chat?
I do not have any actually.
Let's see. There was one.
What'd you
Nope.
guys type in chat to make you lose a ban?
It was after I had just become like our communication person, and I was really excited that we had 36 viewers on
Yeah, he was like, he just typed 30.
60.
Yeah, like almost 40
Yeah, and
viewers
then
or whatever.
Ghosting.
Yeah, and then they're like, it ruins us for
Well,
our
when
fans.
yeah,
I was like, yeah, but our fans who are not PMA don't know that I am Panic at the Top Hat, especially because my name's different. Anyway,
yeah,
it was right. It was rightfully deserved.
yeah, I thought it was funny. I was like, but Frank, what are you doing here? Okay. Well, good games from both sides. Relative stomps in both games. Red side OP apparently.
Nice pauses all around.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Chipotle
it's
is
the-
my life, but choose Taco
It's
Bell
that
because
Lulu
Dude, I
Med
literally,
nap
as soon as I
pressure.
loaded in, I'm like, guys, I think I'm gonna die or something, and then I just like put my headset down, like I went completely naked, and just fucking
Were you
diarrheaed
wearing a
all over the place.
romper? What's going on?
I was getting so hot, I had to take my clothes off,
I relate to
then-
that statement. I've also
I
done the same.
just like puked everywhere too, and it was
Just start sweating. Oh
I was
god.
literally sweating out like my asshole.
Okay, don't.
Those
Well,
Chipolani
It lubed it up to make the poop come out easier.
Yikes.
It just like sprinklered everywhere.
All right, and we are done here at the Find Me Alpha LCS as we conclude our week 4 matches. Thank you to
Lulu Med.
everybody who came in. And for myself, the non-live broadcasting crew, and Joe Biscuit Hat, I am Sean Moonbug Shannon. Thank you so much, and all hail.